You have a 96 speed.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they have waited a long time for the regular season to tip off, so you know they'll be fired up to hit the court. Not to mention how much it would mean to get that first win out of the way right away. There is nothing like starting the season with a big victory. And the Bucks securing $250 million with a B dollars worth of funding from Milwaukee to build a new arena.
Wow.
Construction underway, and they're hoping to move in next season, guys.
Man, I should move to Milwaukee. They're giving away that kind of money.
That's my hometown, by the way.
Wow.
I was born in Milwaukee.
The mean streets of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I survived the mean streets of Milwaukee, North 68th Street to be exact.
Well, it's a big part of keeping a team there because, you know, there's been some rumors about people wanting to move that team and the ownership possibly. So now it's not the biggest market, but right now they sweeten the pot up a little bit.
You know, the Bucks' new ownership is staying true to their word, working to keep the team in Milwaukee. You look at the picture of this arena, it's going to be spectacular.
Cannot wait for the grand opening of the Ernie Dome.
Are you going to go?
In Milwaukee.
The Ernie Dome,
The
I like
Ernie
that.
Dome, there you go. Hey, Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Ernie Dome.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. With that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? There is no shortage of athleticism in this one tonight, Clark. Both these teams just incredibly athletic on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, partner. I mean, they cover so much ground, and they cover it quickly because of the length and speed they have as teams. I mean, excellent length on both sides of the ball in this one, and they play to their strengths, and that's length and athleticism.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis and Parker, the explosive forward pair. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Irving kicks to Smart, passes it to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count the basket.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, you look at the Bucks offense, and they were very hard to stop when they got going. near the top of the league in effective field goal percentage, which is a huge statistic. They did so despite not taking many three-pointers compared to the other top teams.
Yeah, you think about it, they led the league in how many of their threes were assisted on, Kevin, about 90% of them. And while they would look to the three-point shot, it was the result of ball movement, which often led to a good look. Still, their first look, though, back to that effective field goal percentage, was to get the ball inside.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
And so he hits both. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Middleton, the pass to Monroe. Now here's Brogdon. Hits it from three-point range. Brogdon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Morris with the screen for Irving. Five to shoot. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Brogdon's got 6.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Morris with the bucket.
And working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Screen by Monroe. Middleton can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Morris with the screen for Hayward. In the corner, Irving with it. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Monroe. Feeds it to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Middleton outside. And there's the pass to Brogdon. Screen by Monroe. Clock at 6. A second chance effort. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 8 points for him.
Man, he's just a fundamentally sound player. I mean, Greg Monroe is somebody who sets picks really well, and because of that, he makes defenders feel like they're running into something other than just a basketball player.
Hayward can hit.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
They double him with Horford. Here's Monroe. They grab their own miss, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Free throw no good for Parker. And glad to see Jabari Parker out on the floor after recovering from yet another torn ACL. Always hard to go through that injury, never mind twice in your first 3 seasons in the NBA. But you know, Parker's a fighter through and through.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Not an easy situation, and really disheartening for all of us who appreciate his talent and skill level. He's an outstanding young man and player, and he's vowed to come back stronger than ever before, and his attitude positive approach to difficult adversity, I think, has set him up to have a chance to do just what he vowed to do.
Now here's Smart. After Gordon Hayward's miss, the second chance effort. Tries it again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Clark, you talked about this a lot, the changes, the biggest differences from playing college basketball to pro basketball.
Without question, Kevin, a couple of the biggest differences for me were the speed of the game and the quality of the players on the court. That was really something that I was aware of, but it hit me right between the eyes as I got going. And then the other thing was the traveling schedule. I hit a wall after about 60 games and was really a dead man walking for about 10 days before my legs came back and I finished that rookie season strong.
And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, the upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. The team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
Now here's Horford. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. And he gets the bucket. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Here's Snell, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Now here's Smart. 6-point game. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Irving. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Picked by Horford. Here's Smart. And he makes that one.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside. The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
Outside, Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Horford sets a screen for Hayward. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Unable to get that one. Good D by Parker. Bucks leading by 8. Rocked in the pass to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Yeah, this is a big lead right now, a big one, and they've seized momentum and showing no signs of letting it go.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. The Bucks also changing it up. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Maker comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. Here's Rozier. Brown outside. Drops in the tray. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
And both free throws good for Dellavedova.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And that one is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And Dellavedova from down under, the former undrafted free agent, has come a long way, literally and figuratively. A pivotal role player.
Now, here's Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Henson with the screen. Snell kicks to Maker. Henson the pass to Snell. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. That one no good. Celtics trail by 8. 26 seconds left in the first. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's on Thon Maker.
And there's so much that Tatum does well. I mean, he shoots it well, rebounds, passing, playing defense. I mean, he's the complete package.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Tatum. Good on both.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Now Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. Expanding his range. They get it again. Good on the bucket. Henson's got his first points in this one.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
Rozier kicks to Brown. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Kill inside. Celtics team is so small they can't rebound.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those off.
Boston with the ball. Trailing here by 8 on the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Tony Snell. Then there's Maker. And it's Henson in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Rozier. Morris kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Milwaukee with the rebound. Middleton up top. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Another miss by Middleton. The Celtics shooting at 50% in a decent group.
Well, Chris Middleton is one of those really efficient guys. Stuffs the stat sheet. He's a smart player with his decision making and very efficient. Does all the little things that coaches like to see in a player.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Brown. Middleton outside. Maker dishes to Dellavedova. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Celtics.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner three. And when they have, he's been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
And with Middleton, the numbers back up his impact beyond points and rebounds. The Bucks were a much better offensive and defensive team, Clark, when he was on the floor.
Yeah, he elevates the play of everybody because he's smart, he's selfless, he's skilled, and the fact that he's gone through some adversity and the way he's come back from that injury last season, it really gave that young Bucks team a lot of confidence.
To the middle. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Dellavedova. The shot that time not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Rozier the pass to Morris. Stolen by Dellavedova. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Celtics. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Morris. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Snell kicks to Maker. Bucks passing it around. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered closely, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Parker's checked in for Tony Snell. Dellavedova dishes to Parker. They set the pick. Over Morris. Here's Henson, and slam dunk by Henson.
When he's deep inside like that, he's looking to jam it down. An efficient scorer, John Henson.
Morris passes to Irving. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Henson. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
And the shot goes in. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
To the paint, deflects the pass, and stolen by Horford. Irving attacking. It's good. This game is all even. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And you look at the Bucks in this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the game, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
Tatum's shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Maker. Rebound, Boston. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Tatum. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And Tatum is really good at bouncing off the defense. Again, playing through contact and knocking down shots despite getting bumped and thumped on his way to the hoop.
And Clark, a lot of former players had a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Carr, Bingo Smith, Mike Mitchell, and I was only 15, 16 years old, and while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBA.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
For Boston, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And here is Brogdon. 8 points for him. Monroe down low. Working on Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, Greg Monroe is a very talented big guy out of Georgetown. Is more comfortable facing up to the basket and can hurt you with the mid-range game, but also a pretty strong rebounder and interior defender, too.
And for Monroe, he was shifted to the bench role in the past season, coming in as a 6th man after spending most of his career as a starter with the Detroit Pistons, and it was a new role.
And you know what, Kevin, a new role that I think he flourished in. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. He's shown the ability to be effective as a starter or OTB coming off the bench. You know exactly what you're going to get from him every time he steps on the floor, and that's valuable for a coach.
Irving with it. 29 points for him last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Hayward. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Monroe with a screen on Morris. From the line. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other ways.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Monroe. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Monroe's got 6.
Nice quickness from Monroe on the catch and shoot. When the defense stays back on him, he knows how to torch him with the J.
Here's Morris. The rebound by the Bucks. Monroe's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Brogdon against Irving. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Monroe dishes to Middleton. And here's Brogdon from the arc. The rebound by the Celtics.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Irving misses. Milwaukee's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the 2nd quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Monroe outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Brogdon controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 1. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Morris with a screen on Middleton. Off the screen, and Morris throws it down.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Middleton the pass to Parker. Monroe sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Misses off the right iron. 3-on-3. And on the way from Irving for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
And Irving is super aggressive on offense, constantly looking to shoot the ball. I love his mentality.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Celtics lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points and 2 assists. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Welcome back to Boston, the buildings of the financial district visible in all their glory. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Hayward out there with Irving, and it's Smart in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Morris kicks to Irving. Hayward against Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. Hayward can't hit. Bucks trail by 4. Middleton outside. Over Hayward. And too long on the shot. The Celtics shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
There's a good screen. Here's Antetokounmpo, offensive rebound.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Here's Hayward, knocks it loose. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. It's Brogdon on the wing. Parker dishes to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
Monroe sets a screen for Brogdon. Tries again. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Monroe.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Boy, you can get a lot of momentum, Greg, getting a timely offensive rebound, and they've had more than their share.
Hayward, left side. Fades back. Morris kicks to Hayward. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And a look here at the shot chart for the Bucks.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
They set the pick. Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. The score now all even. Parker's got 11 points.
And he's just such a smart shooter as Parker. Noticing the defense was backing off of him just a little too much. He took advantage of it and made him pay dearly. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. They now take the lead. Now it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
And the dunk by Parker.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. There was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Irving against Brogdon. Hayward, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Thon Maker comes in for Parker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here is Dellavedova. He has 5. Here's Henson. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Celtics trail by 3. Out to Hayward. Out to the right wing. Brown outside. Second shot opportunity, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
That's good from Rozier. And the speed of the NBA is something that just can't be measured until you experience it. So, Clark, when you take that into account, who are some of the quickest players right now in the league?
Well, I think you start with Russell Westbrook and John Wall. I don't think there's anybody in the league quicker than those guys with the ball. Those guys can go end to end quicker than anybody. Wall might be the fastest. Westbrook is right there with him.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Inside, here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Foul on Boston. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one, and it's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Count it.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
And the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Snell from outside. The rebound by Yabusele. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Thon Maker.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That one is off. And he sinks the second. Bucks leading by 4. And Brown over to help. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is and his stride when going end to end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy's doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
Celtics trail by 6. Tatum dishes to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Now Henson. He's got 6. Here's Snell. And the Bucks miss again.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coming off a terrific season. 6th in blocks, 11th in steals. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. Brogdon, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rozier kicks to Tatum. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Tatum. He has 5. There's the screen. And Henson sends it back.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long. And that allows him to wipe away shots effectively. Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Kicks it to Brown. Yabusele passes to Tatum. And the 3 off target.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and I'll tell you what, they got very lucky.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Henson. 6 to shoot. Here's Brogdon, and it's blocked. They recover it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown's got the ball. And a look here at the shot chart for Irving.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
Bucks leading by 6. Passes it to Brogdon. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And with Kidd, he was one of those players that when he got into coaching, we just said, of course, it makes too much sense given how much of an on-the-court leader he was.
Yeah, and you know what? You're exactly right. I felt the same way about Kidd. And when you play with some players, you just get that feeling with how they approach the game. And even in your role as a broadcaster, mine too, we get to talk to players and we get a feeling of whether they'll coach or not. Even in college, you could tell he was a special player with kind of a unique view of the game as well.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, when it comes to versatility, the Greek freak, Giannis, is one of the very best in the league. I mean, his shooting, ball handling, and defense are really otherworldly.
Here's Tatum. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. The Bucks making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. .52 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. That free throw, no good. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. He hits the second from the line. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Rozier. The screen from Brown. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Here's Rozier. Down low, Tice. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Monroe dishes to Parker. Back to Monroe. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Bucks miss again. And here is Tatum. Here's Rozier. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, one shot, one rebound, and let's go. We take care of the ball, get good shots, and get back on defense. Keep talking.
Efficiency, fundamentals, that's what I'm hearing from Jason Kidd right there.
Yeah, and there's a toughness to the way they're playing right now, and they're communicating. That's what Coach wants to keep seeing.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Now a timeout called by Boston.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Parker is at the 3 with Maker at the 4. Brogdon and Middleton are the guard tandem, and it's Monroe in at the 5 spot.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
That free throw good from Morris. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Brogdon with it. He's picked up by Irving. Monroe with a screen on Hayward. Here's Parker. New 24 for Milwaukee. For 3, Brogdon. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Smart misses. Milwaukee leading by 8. The feed to Maker. Pass to Brogdon. Bucks passing it around. Monroe with a screen on Irving. Here's Parker. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Time now for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Bucks. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And he makes both free throws.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, at 6'11", Greg Monroe is no easy cover, especially given his soft shooting touch from mid-range.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Brogdon kicks to Maker. The dish to Parker. Screen by Monroe. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
I like Parker's versatility. He can play both forward positions, in part because he's so long and big, and he's got excellent mobility.
Morris with a screen on Parker. Parker against Irving. Stolen by Brogdon. Fast break, Milwaukee. Maker, no one around him, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. Irving passes to Morris. Morris with the screen for Irving to the inside. Parker with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Puts it up from 12 with the tip.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Irving against Brogdon. And Maker sends it back. And he gets it back. Here's Irving.
Man, I like the recognition from Monroe there. Actually, I love the recognition. His timing on these blocks, impeccable.
And Hayward with the block. Horford dishes to Smart. Over Maker. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Horford.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Brogdon kicks to Parker. Monroe sets a screen for Parker. Monroe down low. Defended by Hayward. Monroe's shot is good.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. We always talk about what a good shot is from time to time. Clark, how would you define a good shot in the context of an offensive possessions?
To me, Kevin, a good shot is a shot that a guy can make 60 to 80% of the time when he takes it. Whether that's a three-point shot, your post-up moves, your mid-range jump shots. Those are quality shots. And then the other piece of it is you don't want to take a lot of contested shots. You can make them as a pro, but good shots are shots you can make 60 to 80% of the time, and usually that means you're getting open shots versus contested shots.
And he makes the first.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And so Irving nails both of them. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Over to the wing. Parker passes to Monroe. Back to Parker. Over Hayward. Offensive rebound. Monroe. And Hayward with the block. Irving with the ball. Irving double team. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Parker outside. Monroe with a screen on Horford. Parker passes to Brogdon. Offensive rebound, Bucks.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
A second chance effort. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one on Horford.
I tell you what, Antetokounmpo has a real killer instinct on offense. I mean, This guy is serious about trying to score the ball and make plays. Always playing downhill, always in attack, and constantly keeping the defense on its heels.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that...
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey! Wow. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Morris with the screen for Brown. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Brown against Middleton. And the pass to Brogdon. Monroe outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Parker, here we go. Over Hayward. Here's Monroe. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity. Celtics trail by 13. Irving kicks to Horford. Rejected by Monroe. Pass to Brogdon. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Over Morris. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 15 points here in the second half. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. For 3, Hayward. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Monroe dishes to Antetokounmpo. That one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load, a remarkable offensive play.
Milwaukee leading by 15. Brogdon kicks to Parker. The Bucks working the ball around. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Feeds to Monroe. 5 on the clock. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Monroe. 8 points for Chris Middleton.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Milwaukee's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. It's stolen by Morris. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That free throw good from Morris. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Horford. Hayward goes in. It's good. And now 24 points for Kyrie Irving.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And he can't stop the run as he misses. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Here's Antetokounmpo, an easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Monroe left side. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Yes, that goes in.
And Irving really showing great strides in improving his passing, wanting to be a more effective floor general.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, so calm, composed. Love how he took his time and drained the important free throws. Big time stuff there.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.